Μία βεβαιότης όσον αφορά την κατάταξη μεταξύ του του κόμματος, όπως θα δείτε σε λίγο. Όσον αφορά το θέμα των ευρών, όπως πιστεύαμε υπάρχει θρύλος στο θέμα της αυτοδυναμίας. Αυτή τη στιγμή η εκτίμασή μας δίνει για το ΣΥΡΙΖΑ δίνει 150 έδρες. Το ενδέχεται θα γίνει το 49 ή 151.
Δεν παίζονται με την άλλη φορά που κάθομαι και γελάγαμε. Τώρα που κερδίσαμε κλαίνε ρε.
Some people have waited their entire lives for the left to win power. We've been covering this crisis for years, but what nobody understands yet is that they've just started an economic war.
Over the last 5 years, life really sucked. I will tell you numbers in order to understand. $1.5 million unemployed. Over 50% unemployment for the young. More than 5,000 suicides. The past 5 years destroyed the hospitals, the schools, destroyed families.
Η ετυμηγορία του ελληνικού λαού ακυρώνει σήμερα με τρόπο αδιαμφισβήτητο τα μνημόνια της λιτότητας και της καταστροφής. Η ετυμηγορία του ελληνικού λαού καθιστά πλέον την τρόικα παρελθόν για το κοινό.
This is the birthplace of democracy. But Alexis Tsipras, the new Prime Minister, is about to find out the limits of democracy when it's up against the financial elite of Europe.
Θα κάνουμε διεθνή καριέρα. Γιατί το εγχώριο αποκλείεται. People for the first time are feeling proud of the fact that a minister and a prime minister are actually standing up to the European elites.
When it comes to standing up to Europe, nobody's ever done it the way the new finance minister, Yannis Varoufakis, is about to.
Με αυτή την, αν θέλετε, και σύμφωνα με το Ευρωπαϊκό Κοινοβούλιο, σαφρά δομημένη επιτροπή, δεν έχουμε στόχο να συνεργαστούμε. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Greece owes the European Union, the IMF and the ECB, together known as the Troika, about 250 billion euros. And Varoufakis just told them to get lost.
No conclusion, no response.
How are you doing?
When we meet him in London, Varoufakis seems certain that by playing hardball, he can force a quick deal.
There will be a deal that within a very short space of time is going to make it perfectly clear to everyone that Greece can play along the rules, within the rules, and in a way that puts the Greek crisis away once and for all.
Within hours, the exact opposite happens. The European Central Bank drops a bombshell. From now on, the Greek banks are on life support, and millions of people are terrified they're going to lose their savings. Europe wants this state-owned port to be sold off to repay Greece's debts. The country pushing for the hardest measures is Germany, led by Angela Merkel. And the workers think she wants to destroy their jobs.
Ποια είναι η γνώμη σας για τη Μέρκελ?
Θα φανεί τώρα η γνώμη μας καλύτερα από τις διαπραγματεύσεις τωρινές.
Δηλαδή?
Είναι άπλο. Δεν μπορούμε να μιλήσουμε. Δεν μπορούμε να μιλήσουμε. Δεν γίνει κάτι καλά.
Τι πώς για τη Μέρκελ?
Δεν γίνει κάτι καλά.
Τι πώς για να μιλήσουμε?
Δεν μπορούμε να μιλήσουμε για την κυρία.
Σε έναν απόγονο του Χίτλερ να μιλήσετε και να πείτε τι ρε? Ότι δανειστείτε για να χρωστάτε πιο πολλά? Ποιο είναι το μέλλον των παιδιών σας αύριο?
Να ζήσουν ελεύθερα.
Τα αυτονόητα. Δεν τρεπόμαστε λιγάκι. Περίμενε, άστο. Η Γερμανία να ανοίξει τα μάτια της και να αγκαλιάσει την Ευρώπη να τη βλέπει και στα καλά και στα κακά. Όχι μόνο όπου είναι λιτότητα η Ελλαδίτσα, η Ιταλία, η Πορτογαλία και όπου είναι τα καλά να είναι οι υπόλοιποι. Εντάξει, αυτό είναι το όλο ρεζουμέ. Οι μισθοί εκεί πάνε 3.000 για 5 ώρες και εδώ να σε έχουν 24 ώρες χωρίς έψιμο. Δεν γίνονται αυτά. Είναι... Τι θα κάνεις,
Until 2000, the society was like a body, like a human, sitting in a couch, watching TV, Coca-Cola, pizza, chips, and seeing TV. Now, they took the couch. 1, 2, 3, Εμπρός is a self-organized squad. It's open to every artist to play.
And it's not about money, it's about art and life and being together and resisting.
Παρόλο που βγήκε ο ΣΥΡΙΖΑ, ο καπιταλισμός δεν έπεσε. Ναι. Και ώσπου να φύγει ο καπιταλισμός, όχι ο ΣΥΡΙΖΑ, ο καπιταλισμός χρειαζόμεθα διάφορα πράγματα, έχουμε ανάγκες. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ.
More than half of all young Greeks don't have a job. In the squats and occupations, they found alternative ways to live. Many have totally given up on politics.
Αλλά εγώ προσωπικά δεν πιστεύω ότι μια κυβέρνηση μπορεί να μας σώσει. Γιατί η κυβέρνηση θα κάνει πολλές φορές πίσω προκειμένου να μπορέσει να διαπραγματευτεί με τον Dijsselbloem και με την Μέρκελ.
Είμαστε σάρκα από την σάρκα του λαού. Ερχόμαστε μέσα από τις σελίδες της ιστορίας αυτού του λαού και γι' αυτό θα τον υπηρετήσουμε μέχρι τέλους. Σε αυτό το σύνταγμα ορκιστήκαμε, αυτό το σύνταγμα θα υπηρετήσουμε και θα το υπηρετήσουμε μέχρι τέλους, δικαιώνοντας τα οράματα, τις αξίες, τους αγώνες, τις θυσίες του ελληνικού λαού.
With this speech, Tsipras promises to defy the lenders, raise wages, cut taxes for the poor. From now on, it's Greek democracy versus the Eurozone.
Από την πλατεία Συντάγματος, την πλατεία Αριστοτέλου στη Θεσσαλονίκη, από την πλατεία Ελευθερίας στο Ηράκλειο, από τον Εύρο μέχρι τα Κύθυρα, από όλη την Ελλάδα, στέλνουμε ενωμένοι ισχυρό μήνυμα σε ολόκληρη την Ευρώπη. Δεν εκβιαζόμαστε.
Where the shouting happens is a control room. Now what's going on? It started.
Καλησπέρα, καλή κυρίες και κύριοι, με το σύνθημα ανάσα αξιοπρέπειας, χιλιάδες πολίτες, αψηφώντας το τσουκτερό κρύο, έχουν έρθει εδώ για να δηλώσουν τη συμπαράστασή τους στην κυβέρνηση και να διαδηλώσουν κατά τα μέτρα της σκληρής λιτότητας.
Πάρα πολλά πλακάτα αναγράφονται στα ξένα, θέλοντας έτσι να δώσουν ένα πιο ηχηρό μήνυμα στα ξένα μέσα μαζικής ενημέρωσης, τα οποία βρίσκονται εδώ στη χώρα μας. Δίπλα μου έχω ένα κύριο ο οποίος έχει αναγράψει στα ξένα στο πλακάτο. Τι γράφει?
Στα γερμανικά, Άγγελα, πάρ' τα παπάρια μας.
But for all the defiance, the harsh reality of bankruptcy is looming. Tsipras has just 4 days left to negotiate an extension to the bailout, something he promised never to do.
No doubt that there's going to be a very collegial discussion, and hopefully at the end of this we'll come out with some white smoke.
Only a few of us know the real problem. In a panic, fearing they'll lose their savings, Greeks have pulled 8 billion euros out of the banks in 20 days. To stop it, Varoufakis is forced to accept whatever's on the table. This deal is so terrible it causes immediate tensions within Syriza.
Είναι επίσης σαφές, πέραν της τρόικας, και τα μνημόνια αποτελούν παρελθόν.
Να λέμε την αλήθεια έτσι όπως είναι. Ψηφίσαμε μνημονιακά πράγματα. Να το πούμε. Γιατί δεν μπορούσαμε να κάνουμε αλλιώς? Ας το πούμε και αυτό. Ας γίνει συζήτηση, αλλά να γίνεται ανοιχτή συζήτηση δημόσια με βάση τα δεδομένα.
One of Syriza's negotiators has to explain to the members what's gone wrong.
It was exhausting, and because I'm an academic, apart from what I'm doing at the moment, it was very difficult facing people who wouldn't counter arguments with other arguments, who would say, well, these are the rules, take it or leave it.
People in Piraeus begin to understand how hard it's going to be to save the port.
Είναι η Ελλάδα που τη συμπεριφέρονται με αυτόν τον τρόπο, που την έχουν κατασπαράξει, την έχουν κατακλέψει. Εμείς είμαστε απόγονοι θεών. Θέλουν, δεν θέλουν, δεν μπορούν να μας υποκύψουν. Είμαστε αυτοί που μας χρωστάνε και όχι εμείς που χρωστάμε. Πάρ' τη Μέρκελ τώρα!
Probably we are the only one country in the world that we pay our creditors with our blood.
So Europe has ordered Greece to impose more austerity. But this generation's sick of it. We've watched them fight it on the streets, and they want the ruling party, Syriza, to keep its promises and just say no.
In the beginning, in the first days, when Syriza came to power, changed the whole atmosphere. The whole atmosphere was different, like something like a big smile for the society, like really hope. Now it's a little bit different. People are confused. We heard, you know, because they did some very symbolic things when they came in the first days, and now it seems, I don't know, it seems like they are the same.
Everybody is now on Syriza's case to do something. What it wants to do is cancel Greece's debt, 323 billion euros. But Europe's flat refused even to talk about it. So one Syriza lawmaker is on a mission to get the debt wiped out, declared illegal.
It's good to remind ourselves what Europe is all about. Europe is about human beings, and if it ceases to be about human beings, it ceases to be Europe.
She's spent years as a tough human rights lawyer, but now Zois Konstant sets off on a tour of Europe to defend Greece's rights.
Zoe, sometimes does stuff like this feel really surreal?
Yeah.
The processes through which the debt was accumulated were unconstitutional and illegal. This means that the Greek people do not have to pay a debt that is not their own.
It has been proven that there was a choice by the European Commission for lack of transparency and for lack of information to the national parliaments.
I don't agree at all that we have an obvious lack of democratic legitimation.
You have all kinds of measures and all kinds of dispositions construed in one article, so that you cannot vote yes or no to different provisions.
We can vote whatever we like to, if we think it is inappropriate to have such a combination of measures which we don't think being efficient or reasonable,
It doesn't go like that. You have to discuss
we could refuse.
For 5 years, when Germany demanded more austerity, Greek politicians said, how much? With Syriza in power, suddenly Greece is saying no. Weeks pass, nothing changes, and you can feel Syriza's supporters losing patience.
Απαιτώ μεγαλύτερη τόλμη.
To Europe, every compromise Syriza tries to make is not enough, and time is against them.
Before, 3 months before, it was an enthusiasm, something new is going to happen, hope is coming, Syriza is coming, they will tell to the Eurogroup, fuck you, we have to eat first and then to talk. What? What? No, what? No, what? Nothing. You know what I would like very much? Something to hype in this fucking Eurogroup. Not to play the, oh, hello, 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 not to do something radical.
And the Prime Minister does something radical. He passes a law giving free food and electricity to the poorest people in Greece. But Europe tells him not to do it.
I think that probably we are the only one country in the world that will repay our creditors with our blood. And it is true that we have already wasted the last of our liquidity and we're in a very difficult situation.
How long do you have left?
It depends. We will be in the middle of the difficult position to decide what we're going to do. And in my point of view, it would be very easy to decide to pay pensions and wages and not to repay the IMF bond.
Without a new deal, that is the choice. Pay the foreign creditors or pay the pensions and wages of Greek people. It's a choice Syriza keeps trying to put off.
What do you think will happen?
I don't know. I really don't know. But, you know, the clock is ticking, which is a problem. We're looking for an honest compromise and a mutually benefiting one. If it's not honest and if it's not mutually benefiting, it's unethical.
By the time they get to Easter, money is running out fast, but most people have no idea how close to crunch time Greece really is.
Λοιπόν, το Πάσχα φέτος με το ΣΥΡΙΖΑ πώς είναι?
Καλύτερα από το περσινό, σίγουρα.
Γιατί?
Πολύ καλύτερο. Πιο αισιοδοξία έχει ο κόσμος. Πιστεύουμε ότι θα βρεθεί μια λύση και ότι θα πάνε όλα καλά. Τι είναι αυτό, εξήγησε στα κορίτσια τι είναι αυτό το καλό.
Στην αρχαία Ελλάδα, από αυτό το κομμάτι του κόκαλου του αρνιού, ο μάντης λεγόταν Ιωνοσκόπος. Ιωνός είναι μια πρόβλεψη για το μέλλον. Ιωνός. Και με βάση αυτό έκανε...
Κάνε μια πρόβλεψη, μπαμπά.
Με βάση αυτό εδώ, ο ΣΥΡΙΖΑ θα πάει πάρα πολύ καλά. Ο Αλέξης θα είναι για τα επόμενα 30 χρόνια πρωθυπουργός και θα μπούμε στο μάτι της Μέρκελ.
Και σοσιαλισμό βλέπεις κάτι.
Το σοσιαλισμό το βλέπω να έρχεται.
For the first time ever, somebody's asking the right question. How did Greece come to run up so much debt? Zois Konsdantopoulou grills former officials who spill the beans. Greece was forced into the original bailout. Human rights law was broken. That means, in an international court, the debt could be written off.
Θυσιάστηκαν τα συμφέροντα των Ελλήνων πολιτών προκειμένου οι ξένες τράπεζες να κερδίσουν χρόνο και αυτό προξένησε μια άνευ προηγουμένου κρίση.
I think that debt restructuring for Greece is absolutely essential and that until it happens the chances of recovery for the Greek people are slim.
But Europe isn't listening, and people are asking, when does the real fight begin?
We send greetings.
Wow.
From Scotland.
You know how much I love Scotland.
Yeah,
and not Scotland, Glasgow.
Yeah, I'm from Glasgow.
Don't like Edinburgh, do you?
No. We're walking you. Okay.
Να σε γράψουνε. Να με γράψουνε.
On the streets, people treat Varoufakis like a hero, but the lenders can't stand him. They're saying privately he's an amateur and a time waster, and they want him gone.
We were not elected in order to be ministers, in order to occupy seats in parliament or in ministerial offices, to travel around the world business class and all that. This is not why we were elected. We were elected in order to be able to face the Greek people and say to them that we did our best to end this cycle of diminution, of indignity, of recession, of poverty. And that's what we're going to do. And if we have to take active action that is quite radical in order to end this, we shall.
Is there stress within Syriza?
There's stress within my own mind.
But there is stress within Syriza. Varoufakis' radical tactics aren't working. Tsipras excludes him from the talks to try and get a deal. But there is no deal.
We were given bugger all is the free translation.
Euclid Sakalotos, a British-educated academic, now replaces Varoufakis as lead negotiator.
I think why Syriza is different is that people understand that we do have proper red lines. We won't do something that reduces wages and pensions. Here you've got a whole society who's lost 25% of its income, has got poverty, and they're relying on you. For goodness sake, something has to change in this society. And that is a very heavy burden of responsibility.
I'm surprised you can still sleep.
I don't actually. I get up and can't get back to sleep, and yeah.
They have to do something big, so they do. They decide to stop paying the IMF, something no developed country has ever done. And suddenly the fight is on.
I'm not sure that we were completely aware of the severity, of the harshness, of the cruel position that the creditors are following. Now it's the time for the people to either step up or step down.
By now, Greeks are fed up of being bystanders. Zoe's report, declaring the debt illegal, brings the people back onto the streets.
It is not my contention that people should be satisfied just with the truth. They should ask for justice. They should ask for their lives back. They should ask, and they must ask for their dignity back.
And you know what they hope? They say, if pressure comes on to Syriza, Zoe will fight. Is that correct?
Well, it's not a question of Zoe. The Greek people are ready.
For what, though?
They are ready for a change.
Πριν από λίγο συγκάλεσα το Υπουργικό Συμβούλιο, στο οποίο εισηγήθηκα την διοργάνωση δημοψηφίσματος, προκειμένου ο ελληνικός λαός κυρίαρχα να αποφασίσει.
There's only 9 days of bailout money left. The Greek cabinet is in a 6-hour meeting. And as we watch, it's clear they think this is it. Either they defy Europe now or compromise. The decision is to offer Europe one last set of concessions, but in reality, nobody thinks it's going to work.
My very strong suspicion is that the powers that be, at least within the Eurogroup, have made up their minds that they will give us an offer which we can't possibly sign up to, and that as a result there is going to be bank closures on Tuesday following the Euro Summit meeting.
And are you ready for that?
Pardon?
Are you ready for that?
Of course not. Nobody's ever ready for Armageddon.
But in the talks, yet again, there's a delay. Yet again, there is no deal. Nobody wants to press the button on Armageddon.
Ποια συμφωνία? Μακάρι να μην γίνει, στο έχω πει. Μακάρι να φύγουμε από την Ευρώπη. Μακάρι. 100.000 φορές. Να πει ο Τσίπρας φεύγω, αποχωρώ. Μπορεί να το κάνει. Μακάρι. Και έχω 2 παιδιά. Θα σπάω την πέτρα εδώ και θα ζω. Δεν θα έχω αυτούς δίπλα να έχω το βούρδουλα. Βλέπεις γιατί δεν θέλω να ασχολούμαι με τις Βρυξέλλες. Αχ, να είχα έναν αποδάψει μπροστά, Βασίλε.
Suddenly, the streets are filled with a new kind of protester. They're terrified that Syriza's defiance will get Greece kicked out of the euro. They see the whole promise of an affluent, modern Greece just slipping away. Others think Syriza has compromised quite enough. Pensioners take to the streets as well.
Εγώ 17 χρονών ήμουν στον Αντάρτικο, πολέμησα το Ζεύα, τον Μπούστη. Τον Τσίπρα να πας στο διάλογο. Να πας στο διάλογο, το κουκουένι. Οι κομμουνιστές θα να μου κρίζουν από ελληνικό αίμα, το ξέρεις. Ελληνικό αίμα.
We're seeing protests every day. Europe just isn't budging. The threat of being forced to leave the euro is real. Tsipras knows he just can't do this alone anymore.
Εδώ και 6 μήνες η ελληνική κυβέρνηση δίνει μια μάχη μέσα σε συνθήκες πρωτοφανούς οικονομικής ασφυξίας, προκειμένου να εφαρμόσει τη δική σας εντολή στις 25 του Γενάρης. Και η ευθύνη αυτή μας υποχρεώνει να απαντήσουμε στο τελεσίγραφο με βάση την κυρίαρχη βούληση του ελληνικού λαού. Πριν από λίγο συγκάλεσα το Υπουργικό Συμβούλιο, στο οποίο εισηγήθηκα την διοργάνωση δημοψηφίσματος, προκειμένου ο ελληνικός λαός κυρίαρχα να αποφασίσει.
So next week we have a referendum next Sunday, and the question is yes or no to the proposal of the creditors. Let me see.
Did you ever think it would come to this?
My email is burning. I have inboxed a rain of inbox.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that if we fall, we'll fall with our heads up, so that's okay.
Three colleagues. You have to take money out.
Yes, I have the cards.
Περιμένω στην αλφα. They haven't taken any money out yet.
We're calm. We're leftists.
Ελάτε να το πείτε. Ωραία, ωραία.
The building under attack is the European Union's headquarters in Athens. People are furious that Europe is ordering them how to vote. Tsipras fears he's losing. Nearly all the private TV channels are openly supporting the Yes campaign.
Do you feel you have the support of the people?
As you know very well, I don't have the supporting of the oligarchy in Greece. I don't have the supporting of the majority of the media. But the supporting of the people is our force, our big force.
But not all of the people. Tens of thousands turn out in the pouring rain, calling for Tsipras to quit. This is the Yes camp, angry and confident they can win.
Do you really think that in the next few days a deal is actually possible?
I don't know.
Because I don't know what they want.
Is there no, I mean, what's the communication like now?
Is this on record?
This is on record, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it depends what you think the opposite side is trying to do, whether they want to reach out to Syriza and find an honourable compromise, whether they want another government to carry out these policies, or whether they'll play hardball to the end with no solution till the Greek government falls. Yes, I don't know. It's difficult to tell.
With money rationed, people are struggling. This is the 5th year of austerity, but the referendum is the first time anybody's been allowed a direct vote about it.
If you want, for me, new liberalism or not, this is the question. Do you want this fucking shit control everything in your life? Say yes. Do you want to have a chance? Because there is a chance with Ohi. People are smiling. We are not afraid.
I mean, what will you feel if this is the last day here?
Happy. Hate this office.
What are we going to do tonight?
We're going to celebrate with thousands of people out there this wild democratic party.
Alexis Tsipras has staked everything on the referendum. He knows that if he loses, the first left government in modern Europe is finished.
Αυτό ξεκολλάει. Όχι, δεν είναι τίποτα. Ευχαριστώ.
Να είστε καλά. Την ταυτότητα.
Μάλιστα. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Καλημέρα. ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Αισθάνομαι πολύ πιο ολοκληρωμένος τώρα σαν πολίτης, ότι στο χρέος στα παιδιά μου και στα εγγόνια μου το έκανα με ήσυχη τη συνείδησή μου πλέον και θα ήθελα να βοηθήσει ο Θεός και να φωτίσει τον κόσμο να πράξει το ίδιο πράγμα.
Είναι ότι το αποτέλεσμα υπέρ του όχι θα ξεπεράσει το 61%.
The Greek people have allowed us to return to the table with immense bargaining power and a sense of pride in them.
How do you feel tonight?
Well, I'm pinching myself. It's astonishing.
How are you? Well, thank you, Kira Tsipras. Congratulations.
You understand this, how big it is?
Yes, of course. I'm trying. Between you and me, in the middle of this struggle, I wasn't so sure that at the end we will manage to convince the people to win their fear. But this message is that people, if they believe in their force, if they believe that they have the right, they could overcome the fear.
Thank you. The people have told Tsipras they want him to lead a fight. But that night, he decides to do it without Varoufakis.
Is it possible 62% say no, closed banks, left government, and you? What did you do?
Greeks voted by 61% to defy Europe and reject austerity. They turned the Greek word for no, ochi, into a global message. Now they suspect they're about to be betrayed. After the euphoria of the no vote, whatever anybody thinks it means, the Greek Prime Minister spells out what it means to him.
Η εντολή που μου δίνεται δεν είναι εντολή ρήξης με την Ευρώπη, αλλά εντολή ενίσχυσης της διαπραγματευτικής μας δύναμης για την επίτευξη μιας βιώσιμης συμφωνίας.
Tsipras begins to draft a new, final compromise. The whole economy is grinding to a halt around us. It's hard to watch, even harder to live through.
Κλείσαμε την τράπεζα, κόσμο δεν έχει λεφτά, να δίνει για μας και εμάς δεν έχουμε λεφτά, πώς να περνάμε.
Εγώ δεν δούλευα αυτή την εβδομάδα, κατεβαίνω κάθε βράδυ και ψάχνω καμιά δουλειά και δεν δούλευω.
We are translating the agreement to be published in Αγγλικού tomorrow. We received the call at 11 o'clock from the editors-in-chief. They split the text. We got the text. We are translating. It's top secret. They'll kill me.
The offer is so close to what Europe wants that many Greeks will see it as surrender.
They're going to be disappointed. You can't have the pie and the dog. I don't know how this can be.
You can't have your cake and eat it.
Yes, really, you can't. What the fuck is the OCW law?
What were you hoping for personally, you?
For a good deal. If that's the best deal we can get, that's the best deal we can get. We'll try it.
But 61% of Greeks voted to end austerity. Now, all they can do is sit and watch and wait.
Εγώ έπρεπε να το φάει μέσα. Μη με τραβάς, η μαμά κάτσε να τραβάμε, κάτσε, περίμενε. Στόπα καημένη τώρα. Να μην πειθώ. Καλά, δεν πειράζει, δεν πειράζει. Θα δείτε, μα είναι δυνατόν μας περίμενες και είσαι εκεί και είπες ότι... Ναι, ναι. Τι να κάνω. Θα δείξω τη τηλεόραση, αυτό θα κάνω.
Syriza's members of parliament are meeting, and a revolt against the deal is brewing.
Έμαθες τι έκανε. Τους είπε ο Τσίπρας ότι όλοι μαζί πρέπει να είμαστε ενωμένοι, όλοι μαζί μπήκαμε στην κυβέρνηση, όλοι μαζί
άφησες να πάει να υπογράψει.
Όχι.
Α, σε ποιους το είπε αυτό?
Στην
βουλευτική ομάδα. Είπε όλοι μαζί μπήκαμε, όλοι μαζί θα φύγουμε.
Θα φύγουμε, ναι. Δεν γίνεται ένας-ένας να αποχωρείτε.
Γιατί αποχώρησε κανένα?
Όχι βρε, να είναι ενωμένοι λέει.
Ναι βρε μαμά, αλλά...
Ούτε σωτιά τώρα.
Έλα βάλει λίγο νερό και
τώρα.
Και βάλει με ένα χυμό μήλο.
Στο πενετικό, τότε όλοι μαζί, όλοι και όλες θα μπορούμε να το κρίνουμε. Αυτό που ζητάμε αυτή τη στιγμή είναι να έχουμε τους καλύτερους όρους για να διαπραγματευτούμε μια συμφωνία που είναι βιώσιμη, που θα μπορέσει να φέρει την ανάπτυξη.
Euclid Sakalotos, who's taken over as finance minister, tries to sell Parliament a new compromise. But many of Syriza's lawmakers are just not buying it. 17 of them stage an open revolt.
I'm here ready for an honest compromise we can reach an agreement tonight if all parties want it.
For 17 hours, the Greeks are bombarded with the same message. To stay inside the euro, you must surrender control or your economy dies. This ultimatum causes outrage. Around the world, they take to Twitter. It starts in Barcelona, spreads to Athens, then to Paris, and then it goes viral. By the time the night is over, 1 billion people have seen the hashtag, "This is a coup."
Στα ελληνικά θα μιλήσω, παιδιά. Δώσαμε μια σκληρή μάχη 6 μήνες τώρα και μέχρι τέλους παλέψαμε προκειμένου να διεκδικήσουμε ό,τι καλύτερο, μια συμφωνία που θα δώσει τη δυνατότητα να σταθεί η χώρα στα πόδια της και ο ελληνικός λαός να μπορέσει να συνεχίσει να αγωνίζεται. Βρεθήκαμε μπροστά σε δύσκολες αποφάσεις, σε σκληρά διλήμματα. Πήραμε την ευθύνη της απόφασης.
Is it possible 62% say no, closed banks, left government, and you, what did you do? The same and worse, because you say you were left. Ourselves, we got the power, we have the power, not they. They have the power to fuck us. We have the power to unfuck us.
You're about to go on television to defend implementing a third memorandum.
My heart is aching. But, you know, you cannot be together and united only when you're winning. You must be together and united when you're losing.
Syriza managed to plant a small seed of doubt about the belief, the narrative that the big forces, the European elites, are interested about Greece and they want to save it. They don't give a shit.
I felt as if the earth had imploded from under my feet. I felt incredible sadness and the sense of having betrayed the 62% of Greeks who, with astonishing courage, went out against the powers that be, against the media that were terrorizing them in their living rooms through their television and radio channels every day, against the closed banks, against the ECB, against the Troika. I felt we would betray them, and I don't think we had the historical right to do that.
You should never, ever, ever, ever stop struggling. You should never, ever believe that the way out of austerity and the way out of attacks to democracy is behind the closed doors of the Eurogroup. The way out is in the society, with the people.
For Syriza's members, this second election victory is bitter. They've won on the promise to do the very thing they spent their lives opposing: austerity. It's time for answers. How did the first government of the radical left in modern Europe fail so badly?
What people in Greece will still want to know is, why didn't you just walk away?
If I walked away this night, probably I would become a hero for one night, maybe for 2, 3. But it will be a truly disaster for the next days and nights, not only for me, but for the majority of the Greek people. So it was a very difficult dilemma. So my heart, my soul said to me, go away. But my mind said to me that I had to find a solution, even though I knew that this solution was very, very difficult and tough.
And let's be clear why, because a Grexit would have involved the collapse of the economy.
The collapse, first of all, of banks, and then the collapse of the economy.
What would you do differently?
I think that we lost time. And at the end, we were out of force and out of money. If we knew that, we could make more brave decisions at the beginning.
Do you regret saying, that's it, no more troika, no more bailout, it's over? It wasn't over.
Yeah, this is the fact. But it was not so easy to be over. I think that they did whatever they did to me, to us, to Greece, not only because they didn't like us, but just because they didn't want to have a domino effect in other European countries. I know that the developments, the result, whatever happened afterwards, it was not a good development, but the fact that these people had the right, had the chance to express their feelings and to feel dignity was something very, very important. This was historical times for Greece and for Greek people, and these times happened.
Alexis Tsipras promised to end austerity, but he failed. Greece is still saddled with a debt it cannot pay, with an austerity programme that cannot work. Greeks tried the barricades, then they tried the ballot box. But for Europe, democracy didn't matter. Nobody knows what they will try next.